Hey Darren, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. We talked on the phone earlier today and I told you I was going to shoot you over this video just showing you a couple different ways you can boost your online presence, and this is that video. I'm sorry it's coming to you a little bit late. I've had a pretty busy day, but I figured, better late than never to get this. So I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I'll try and get this through as fast as possible. So let's just get straight into it. Before I tell you the different things that you need to do, I kind of just want to show you where you already lie in Google's ranks. So I put your domain into this tool I like to use. It's called Ahrefs, and it shows me your website's analytics. And I'll get through what all of this means here in a second, but we're just going to stick with traffic and keywords. So traffic is going to be the amount of people that come to your website a month, and keywords are going to be the amount of keywords that you're being found for when Google indexes your site. They deem that these are phrases and whatnot that people search up and you want to rank for. So you got landscaping South Florida, South Florida landscape, landscaper South Florida, LLC, TLC, I guess that's maybe your business name, and landscapers in South Florida, which isn't bad. But you're in the 42nd, 80th, 71 or 71st, 82nd, and 77th position. So you're on the 8th page in some of these, the 7th and the 4th page. So you're not really going to be getting any traffic because of that. That's the primary reason there. And you're also going to want to stick with more location oriented rather than just a broad South Florida, because it's only getting 100 searches. South Florida landscape is a good one though. It's 500. So if you started ranking for that, you definitely get in some traffic and some more business there. But landscaper South Florida, that's not really helping you. LLC, TLC, I'm not sure who would be looking this up. Maybe if they're specifically looking for you, but that could be throughout the entire U.S. they're searching that. And landscapers in South Florida, that's only 20. So if we move to your number one competitor when it comes to organic ranking, it's going to be plant professionals. They get 1,400 people on their website a month, but if we go in, we can look at their keywords and where they're getting their traffic from. So the first one is going to be, their big winner here is going to be flowers that grow in Florida year round. That's a search volume of 500. So, this is throughout the entire state of Florida. They're in the first position and they get 87 people a month on their website. If you would want to rank for something like this, you would have to have like a blog page, within your website, or a FAQ page, or I guess you could put it within your home page or a back page. But I mean, it's not really something you want to focus on ranking for, since this could be in the entire Florida state. But if you move to like landscaping Miami, this has a search volume of 300. He's in the third position, so he gets 34 people a month on his website from that. If we move down, landscaping Miami FL, so Florida, another 200. He's in the third position, so he gets 25 people. Landscaping Company Miami, 250. He's in the fourth position, so he gets 23 people. And we could keep going through. But as you can see, he's not getting all of his traffic from one place. It's coming from just ranking with keywords. So the way that you're going to be able to do that, if we go back to your website, we can see here, like if we go down just a little bit, we specialize in the care and maintenance of your South Florida lawn and landscape. Our company pays special attention to the details of every property and its unique challenges. So there's not really any keywords in here that you're trying to be found for. I understand that you do service all of South Florida, but a website is really a tool for your business. It's not necessarily just you broadcasting what you do. You want to use this to your advantage, and you're going to want to use Google's algorithm and ranking system to your advantage. So you would want to fill this with relevant key terms and phrases, and again, what you do with your business. So you would definitely want to go in, rebuild your website a little bit, add a little bit more content, and put some more keywords in there specific to what areas you're trying to rank for. If you would want to go for like multiple areas, because I know I'm not even sure about the cities that are down there, but I know there's more. I'm trying to think of one. Sorry that I can't. But you can't just throw in a whole bunch of keywords for a bunch of cities in one paragraph, or even on a couple different pages. Like if you have one page that says, Miami, and then your services page, maybe it'll say whatever, like I get Miami-Dade, maybe that's just the county, but I know Dade, so if that's a city, sorry if it's not. So Dade, for example, you can't just put landscaping Dade. You would want to build location pages out. That way you can rank individually for each location. Even though you don't have physical locations, Google doesn't necessarily know that, so you can do that within your website. But you wouldn't want to build a Google business page like that since you don't have a physical location. And then going back, the way that you're actually going to be able to boost yourself up in positions is by bringing power to your website, and you do that with backlinks. And all a backlink is a link within a website that refers back to yours. So for example, if this was a clickable link here, I would click it and it would take me back to your website. That's all a backlink is. And then a referring domain is just going to be the website that has your link within it. So we can go in and we can see what websites are storing your links and giving you power. So we got tntco.com, site links, Your Discover Florida, and Landscapers Florida. And then we can go in and look at the actual links and see which ones are bringing you power. So You Discover Florida, it's only a 1.5 domain rating, so it's not really helping you. Site links, this is going to be good. It looks like it's actually just maybe you just put in your URL there, and then they're giving you some power for that. Maybe you paid them. That would be a guest post. Landscapersflorida.com. It's not really helping you there. Same for this one, and then this is going to be the same, probably a guest post where you just put your website within that website, just your URL. So if we go back to your number one competitor when it comes to ranking, we can go in, we can see what links he has and what's bringing him power. And he has a lot. So he has over 1,300 groups of links. So I can't remember the exact number of backlinks, but that would be a lot. So he's got DanielsLawnService.net. Weed Festival. So maybe he's a sponsor for that or something. He's getting some power from that. Miami New Times. So maybe a newspaper, which would be an influential link. He's got this here, which looks like it might be a blog or a guest post. If we keep going down, he's got a blog there, and blogs are good because, and not just in your website, going out through different websites that are blogs, going and posting a blog and linking back to yourself. It shows Google that you're willing to give value out to the internet without asking for anything in return, money-wise, and they like good Samaritans. And you just keep going to blogs. So you would have to go through and see if you're trying to get to the number one spot. Obviously, that's not where everybody wants to be. But to get to the top, you have to go through and you would have to get all the links that he's in and then even more authoritative ones to make sure that you actually beat him out. But the number one thing to remember with backlinks, so he has 1,500. The number one thing with backlinks is that they're not all created equal. So I'm not saying go out and buy 2,000 random backlinks from a random website because, like, say a few hundred of those links are from Pizza Hut or something, and they link back to you. When Google indexes that, they're going to see that that's not relevant to what you do at all. They're going to consider it spam, and they're not going to transfer the power. So staying relevant with what you do, no matter what it is in Google, whether it's writing your content, adding the keywords to your content, and getting backlinks, it's going to be a big factor in how you rank. So always stay industry related. And then, we could go in and we could see all the websites that he's in. He's in almost 1,000. He's got Yellow Pages, Vercel, or Verkle, whatever that is, Super Pages, Bell, Miami New Times, Paper Blog, or YP.com, so Super Pages, Site Price, a bunch of different things. So you would have to go through, just get in everything that he's in, and then, again, better ones. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is going to be citations. And those have a lot to do with the map pack listing. And the map pack listing is obviously important because whenever you're Googling landscaping Miami on your phone, instead of a website button, it's going to be a click to call. So that's where businesses are getting, a lot of their phone calls from if they're ranking in here. And the way that you do that is by having citations, listing your citations. And a citation is just your business's name, number, and phone number, name, service, and phone number, and then address sometimes, listed throughout the web inside of directories. And a directory is just a website that allows you to put them in them. So things like Yellow Pages, which he was in, and Expertise, Houses, Local Database, Kev's Best, 3 Best Rated. There's literally hundreds out there that you can go and list yourself in. The more that you have, and again, are relevant to your business, are going to help you boost yourself through the map pack listing. Like I said, you can't really go wrong with citations. The worst that could happen is that you don't get any phone calls, say, from like Yelp or something. But the outreach alone is not that bad. People are looking through sites like that, directory sites like that all the time to see ratings and whatnot. So it's only a plus getting yourself listed all up in there, or all up on all of those. And yeah, that's the basics of ranking on Google. I do offer these services, so if this is something you feel like you might be interested in, you can feel free to call me back. My number is 812-827-3138, and I am sending this to your number. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for your time.